I'm gonna get out of here.
Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. The first video tonight comes from TR3 Outdoors, an outdoor solo camping and hiking channel focused on first-person experiences, beginner-level camping, and real-time decision-making in nature. The content prioritizes awareness, preparation, and knowing personal limits, rather than pushing through discomfort. It is December 22nd, 2025, in Cooper Lake State Park, United States. A wooded state park with established trails and designated camping areas.
I had a knife, now I can't find it. Oh well. So this is this blueberry cheese. This stuff is really good. I've had it a lot actually, and the store we usually go to was having a sale. So it's cheddar with blueberry. It sounds weird, but trust me, it's real good. I'm also going to try this smoked sausage, or summer sausage, I'm sorry. I've never had one before. Pretty good. All right. It's kind of cold already, unfortunately, but it's good. That was good. I gotta be honest, man. It's supposed to rain tonight, and if I'm being like really honest, I'm really not wanting to be out here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not wanting to be out here. I don't know if that's just, just a feeling. I don't know.
As daylight fades, the vlogger finishes dinner at the campsite while organizing gear for the night. Setting up the tarp and fire proves more difficult than expected, with cold temperatures, minor delays, and small mistakes adding friction to the routine. The park is quiet and calm, but the combination of solitude, dropping light, and cooling air creates a noticeable shift in mood. While reflecting on the day's hike and the campsite itself, the vlogger mentions a lingering feeling of unease, not tied to any specific threat, but present enough to register. The environment remains still, yet the sense that something feels off begins to influence their thinking.
Something is just saying, don't be here. Typically when I get those gut feelings, they hold pretty true. And I'm not like wanting to quit or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. Something's just saying leave. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get feelings like this often, but when I do, I feel like I should listen. And I don't know, I've kind of been feeling it for the past hour. Something was just like not tonight. So, yeah.
As night approaches, the gut feeling becomes harder to ignore. The vlogger explains that the sensation has been present for over an hour, growing stronger, despite no visible danger. They openly debate whether to stay the night or pack up early, weighing experience level, conditions, and comfort, rather than pushing through for the sake of completing the camp.
I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, man. Oops. Man, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit, I guess, disappointed. I don't know if disappointed is the word either. Like, I'm not disappointed in myself necessarily, just that, you know, whatever's happening is like, don't be here. And by the way, I don't want this to like sway your opinion on this place. I'm not saying that this place isn't nice. It's just different. There's something about this park that's just weird, and it could just be, you know, whatever's happening in the last 30 minutes or so. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this place is off.
The decision is made to leave. Packing begins calmly and methodically, with the vlogger explaining that while the park itself is safe, listening to intuition is especially important for newer campers. The focus shifts from disappointment to practicality, reinforcing that recognizing limits is part of responsible outdoor travel.
Able to make it home safely. My car is old. I am working on getting a new car. So hopefully that'll, you know, be a bit better. But all that being said, it rained heavy. The wind was blowing crazy. There was lightning and we got hail. This was like one of the worst storms we've had in a long time. A long time as in like a couple of months.
Shortly after leaving the park, weather conditions worsened significantly. Heavy rain, strong winds, lightning, and hail developed during the drive home. The vlogger reflects that remaining in the tent during these conditions would have been uncomfortable at best and potentially unsafe, reinforcing the earlier decision. Back home, the vlogger reflects on the experience with relief rather than regret. The uneasy feeling occurred more than once and was strong enough to justify leaving early. While the trip didn't go as planned, the takeaway is clear. Safety and self-awareness matter more than finishing an overnight stay. The video ends with appreciation for the experience, reassurance that future trips will follow, and a reminder that sometimes the smartest decision outdoors is knowing when to pack up and head home. Imagine this: no phone signal, no one around, just the forest, and something moving in the distance. Would you stay the night or sprint back to your car without looking back? The next video comes from Sydney, a US-based travel and adventure vlogger whose content centers on van life, car camping, scenic exploration, and personal reflection. Her videos often blend natural landscapes with local folklore, allowing atmosphere and setting to shape the experience rather than overt paranormal claims. It is December 28, 2025, in Vermont, United States, spanning remote scenic roads, a secluded campsite, Millbury Gap, Stowe Village, Cold Hollow Cider Mill, and the historic Gold Brook Covered Bridge, also known locally as Emily's Bridge.
She was so busy in there. The donuts aren't as good as I thought they would be. But maybe it's because I was expecting something completely different. I was expecting like a cinnamon type donut, and it's just cider. It's a cider donut, but if they were coated with cinnamon sugar, it would have been so much better. I got 6 of them, so I'm gonna eat them eventually. Okay, I haven't tried the cider yet. I'm scared it's gonna burn me really bad. Ow. Yeah, not time yet. I keep dripping cider everywhere. I'm just gonna put that down for now. So there's this covered bridge down the road, and apparently it's haunted. Should I go to it? Are you supposed to dip the donuts in the cider? Is that crazy? Wait, that's really good. Okay. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
After stopping at the Cold Hollow Cider Mill, Sydney continues driving towards Stowe, Vermont, filming the surrounding countryside. Forested roads, small bridges, and quiet streams set a calm, wintry tone. During the drive, she mentions that a nearby covered bridge is often described as haunted in local stories. As she approaches Goldbrook Covered Bridge, Sydney comments on its age and construction, noting that it dates back to the mid-1800s. She recounts the local legend of a young woman named Emily, who is said to have died near the bridge. Sydney references commonly reported experiences, unusual sounds, cold sensations, and the feeling of being watched, while clearly acknowledging that these accounts are part of folklore rather than documented history.
Gosh, the girl's so pretty.
Goldbrook Covered Bridge, built in 1844 near Stowe, Vermont, is often referred to as Emily's Bridge due to a long-standing local legend that it is haunted by the spirit of a young woman named Emily. According to the story, Emily was either abandoned by or waiting for her lover and ultimately took her own life inside the bridge, though no historical records confirm her identity or death. Over the years, the bridge has become known for reports of unexplained scratches on vehicles, disembodied voices, sudden cold sensations, and feelings of being watched, especially after dark. While historians attribute these experiences to the age of the structure, environmental factors, and the power of folklore, the consistency of the accounts has made Goldbrook Covered Bridge one of Vermont's most famous haunted landmarks.
Sydney arrives at Goldbrook Covered Bridge and walks through the area, describing its isolated setting and preserved structure. She explains why the bridge has gained its reputation over the years, including stories of unexplained marks on vehicles and unsettling sensations reported by visitors. The surroundings are quiet and still, with no other people nearby. Sydney allows the environment to speak for itself, filming the bridge and listening to ambient sounds. No unusual activity is observed, but the combination of history, legend, and isolation gives the location a naturally eerie feel.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
She pauses briefly to take in the setting before continuing on. While nothing out of the ordinary occurs, the moment underscores how folklore can shape perception, especially in secluded places with a long history. After leaving the bridge, Sydney continues her journey through Stowe and toward New Hampshire. She later sets up camp, reflecting on Vermont's quiet beauty, the solitude of winter travel, and how stories passed down through generations can add depth to otherwise peaceful locations. The video does not rely on paranormal evidence or dramatic encounters. Instead, it blends scenic travel with local legend, creating a calm but immersive experience that highlights how atmosphere, history, and storytelling can influence how places are felt, even when nothing unusual actually happens. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next video comes from Wildcat Adventures, a UK-based outdoor and solo travel channel focused on wild camping, hiking, and immersive exploration in remote landscapes. The channel is known for its calm, honest approach, openly showing planning mistakes, gear issues, and the practical realities of traveling alone, rather than presenting polished or exaggerated experiences. It is December 29th, 2025, in Lake Tekapo, South Island, New Zealand.
I'm struggling to decide where to camp because there's just so many epic views. Here is pretty good though. Here is pretty good. This is the birch bark that I took from that shelter from around the log last night. I'm just taking the bark off so that I can make it into a little pot. Well, I think I found my spot for the evening. My own little private beach and a view. It's just beyond words. There we go, stage 1 complete of my birch bark pot. So now I've got to get 2 rounds of wood to put in there. I've decided not to cook tonight. I'm going with, I've had pie. I've had some oats and muesli. I've had some yogurt and muesli. And I'm going to have a little salad, like pea and bacon and cheese and onion. Pretty tasty.
The camper explores the shoreline of Lake Tekapo, taking in the vivid blue water and expansive mountain views, including Mount Cook in the distance. The area is described as ideal for wild camping, quiet, open, and visually striking. They begin searching for a discreet spot near the lake where they can settle in for the evening. As they prepare to stop, the camper collects birch bark to craft a small pot and starts organizing their space. The mood is calm and reflective, focused on simple routines like preparing food, appreciating the scenery, and enjoying the isolation that comes with solo camping. This relaxed rhythm is interrupted when the camper reaches for their tent and realizes it is not with them.
Shall we play the game of what has Cat forgotten this time? Well, I forgot my tent. Walked all the way down here.
The camper acknowledges on camera that the tent was accidentally left behind in the car. With daylight fading, they decide to walk back alone to retrieve it. The moment highlights how a small oversight can quickly complicate a solo trip, shifting the evening from relaxed to practical and time-sensitive.
Oh dear, I'm not going to live that one down, am I? Forgetting your tent.
After returning with the tent, The camper jokes about the mistake, saying they are never going to live this down. While lighthearted, the comment underscores how easily minor errors can disrupt an otherwise smooth outing when camping alone.
Stop working. My sleeping bag is deflating very slowly every night. Our tripod to the arms are a bit floppy. So yeah, I'm not doing too good on kit at the moment. Still taking a bit of a battering. Mattress is starting to look a bit saggy, isn't it? I've already blown it up once in the night. I don't get so much of a good part, but hopefully it'll last out the trip.
As the night progresses, several equipment issues begin to stack up. The stove becomes difficult to use, the sleeping bag does not perform as expected, and the air mattress slowly loses air, requiring repeated adjustment. Combined with the heat and physical fatigue from the day, these small problems steadily reduce comfort and energy.
I'm gonna say goodbye here. Thank you for all your support. Hit the subscribe button. Catch you on the next one. We're at half.
The camper notes that the camera battery has dropped to just 2%. With no power left to continue filming, the footage cuts off while they are still camped at the location, leaving the rest of the night undocumented. The trip never becomes dangerous, but it also never fully settles into comfort. What begins as a peaceful wild camp gradually turns into a reminder of how quickly small mistakes and underperforming gear can affect morale during solo travel. There is no dramatic conclusion, only heat, tiredness, isolation, and the quiet challenge of adapting as issues arise. The experience reflects the reality of outdoor travel. Even in beautiful places, preparation and attention to detail matter, and discomfort often comes from simple human error rather than anything unseen or unexplained. The woods are full of sounds, but it's footsteps that don't belong that truly rattle us. It's not creatures we fear most. It's the sudden, silent presence of another person just watching. The next video of the night comes from Bigham's Delicious, a solo camping and wilderness exploration channel focused on quiet, real-time experiences in remote forest locations. The content relies heavily on raw audio, minimal narration, and long stretches of ambient sound, allowing the environment itself to shape the experience rather than commentary or exaggerated claims. It is December 15th, 2025, near Ozette Lake, at a remote woodland campsite in the United States.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's something walking around back there.
While settled at camp after dark, the camper suddenly reacts to movement behind his position. He pauses mid-sentence, listening carefully, and points out that something is moving nearby, but remains out of sight. The sound is close enough to be clearly audible in the surrounding darkness.
You hear that? It's pretty loud. It's twigs breaking and stuff.
The movement becomes more distinct as loud twigs snap underfoot. Based on the weight and volume of the steps, the camper concludes that whatever is moving through the trees is a large animal rather than something small or distant.
It does not sound like 4 feet either. It's no more than 15-20 yards out there.
Estimating the distance at roughly 15 to 20 yards, the camper notes that the sound does not resemble quick, light movement. The pacing feels slow and deliberate. He remarks that it does not clearly sound like a typical four-legged gait, introducing uncertainty without making a specific claim.
Takes a couple steps, then just stops. Then moves a little bit, then stops. And it's not going away from my voice.
The footsteps follow a repeated pattern. A few steps forward, then a pause, then movement again. The camper speaks out loud, making his presence known, but the movement neither retreats nor accelerates, remaining at roughly the same distance.
Trying to keep my best wits about all around me, because it might just be making that noise to distract.
Remaining calm but alert, the camper considers the possibility that the sound could be drawing attention, while something else remains unseen nearby. He continues listening closely, monitoring the direction and rhythm of the movement, rather than reacting impulsively. Eventually, the sounds fade back into the forest, without ever revealing their source. No visual confirmation is captured, and no definitive explanation is offered. The moment ends quietly, leaving behind only the awareness that something large moved close to camp, unhurried and undeterred by human presence. The encounter is unresolved, not because of what is claimed, but because of what remains unseen, reinforcing how easily uncertainty can take hold when camping alone in remote woodland after dark. Some threats are obvious. Others drift silently through the dark, unnoticed until it's far too late. It's those shadowy, unseen forces that haunt us long after the sun comes up. The next video comes from Outdoor Rookies, a Norway-based outdoor adventure channel focused on first-time camping, hiking, and learning through real experience. The channel documents spontaneous trips, early mistakes, and the small but memorable challenges that come with spending nights outdoors for the first time. It is December 30th, 2025, in Norway.
Now it's time for dessert, which is...
Cacao.
Oh.
Hot chocolate,
Hot chocolate.
in other words. Make sure. There you go. Put it back here. For dessert, hot chocolate, and we have a Norwegian version of Kit Kat. So this is the national chocolate for when you are in nature and hiking and such.
Norway's national hiking chocolate.
Yeah, and it's actually much better than the English Kit Kat or the American Kit Kat. I don't know if it's American or English, but
It's better.
it's better. It's better. That's the point. My point is it's that it tastes better.
He's pretty... Hello, little fella.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't shy. Oh. Oh. Maybe he lives there.
After finally getting a fire going in wet, rainy conditions, the campers finish a simple dinner of hot dogs and cocoa. It has taken over an hour to manage the fire due to damp wood and wind, and both are clearly tired by the time they begin cleaning up. Food, utensils, and cooking gear are packed away, and the campsite is tidied as best as possible before they retreat into the tent for the night. The rain eases slightly, though wind continues to move through the trees. Inside the tent, everything feels calm and sheltered, with the lake and forest surrounding them in complete darkness.
See his nose? He smelled the food.
He's smelling the food. We probably should pack it up.
We are now going to...
Late into the night, faint rustling sounds are heard outside the tent. At first subtle, the noise becomes recognizable as small animals moving near where food had previously been handled.
It's around
30, I think.
7:30 p.m. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow,
Yeah.
but the sun doesn't rise until like 9 a.m. I think. So we'll see if we get some nice weather tomorrow.
One camper notices a shadow briefly moving across the inner roof of the tent. The movement suggests a small animal passing over the fabric, immediately breaking the sense of comfort and drawing full attention to the sounds outside.
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, this was an interesting night. There was a lot.
The rustling continues, now closer. The campers become aware that small animals are investigating their bags and gear. The noises are light but constant, making it difficult to relax or fall asleep.
A lot of wind and a lot of mice.
Yeah, I was shocked about the mice, I think. There's one right outside now, and I saw actually one before we woke.
It becomes clear that multiple mice are active around the tent. Movement is heard both outside and inside bags, turning the night into a long stretch of listening, shifting positions, and waiting for the activity to settle.
Who was kind of walking right over the inner tent here
On the roof.
on the roof. I saw his shadow.
So they have been everywhere. And they've been like crawling on our bags and making a lot of noise.
Yeah,
I've probably slept like an hour or two, maybe 2 hours.
yeah, me too.
By morning, the campers report getting only 1 to 2 hours of sleep. Mouse droppings are discovered inside the tent and among packed items, and one mouse is briefly spotted inside a bag. Affected gear is carefully dealt with, and the campers make coffee and tea before packing up. Despite the uncomfortable night, the campsite is left clean, and all waste is removed before departure. The experience becomes an unexpected lesson in winter camping and wildlife awareness. While nothing dangerous occurs, the combination of rain, wind, fatigue, and persistent mice makes for a challenging first night outdoors. As the sun rises over the water, the campers reflect on what they learned, from food storage and campsite placement to managing discomfort calmly. The trip ends quietly, framed not as a failure, but as a valuable introduction to the realities of camping in nature, where even small animals can have a big impact on the night. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Jobo, a UK-based paranormal exploration channel known for immersive but lighthearted investigations. The channel blends humor, creative concepts, and real-time fieldwork using tools like EMF readers, motion-sensitive balls, and audio recording devices, while allowing viewers to draw their own conclusions. It is December 22nd, 2025, in Epping Forest, United Kingdom.
Did you hear that? Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're in Epping Forest. As you can tell, I am dressed as Santa Claus because I'm going to be...
The investigation begins shortly after entering Epping Forest at night. Before the team has fully settled, faint environmental noises can already be heard in the surrounding woodland. While nothing unusual is immediately identified, the sounds are enough to heighten awareness, as visibility is limited and the forest feels quiet and enclosed. The host introduces the evening's concept. Dressed as Santa Claus, he plans a tongue-in-cheek experiment where symbolic gifts are left in locations tied to local folklore. The idea is presented playfully, offering items associated with reported stories and observing whether any environmental or equipment changes occur.
Well, EMF.
Did it?
It went off the
I weren't looking. I was looking at horrible history.
It went off a little, like, it only went
I was looking at this.
It only went off the green. So please let yourself know. Touch the book, touch the EMF, touch that sensor once it stops. Feel free to engage with us. Just let yourself be known. It's yellow.
Oh, that means they're just browsing it. They're not reading it yet.
They're just going.
The team discusses long-standing stories connected to the forest, including historical accounts involving Roman soldiers and figures believed to have passed through the area centuries ago. As part of the experiment, a Roman history book is placed on the ground as a symbolic gift. During this moment, the EMF reader briefly activates into the green range. The activation is short and inconsistent, and no definitive cause is identified. The team notes the timing, while acknowledging that EMF fluctuations can occur for various environmental reasons.
So we've moved on to a new area because we wasn't really getting a lot of activity previously. Hopefully this place will be a bit better. The next gift is for the headless biker. So he's seen roaming down the streets. Apparently there's a specific crossroads that he comes out on. I don't know the exact crossroads. We're going to try and summon him here though. So for his present, I figured why not just give him what he's missing the most, and we've got him a little head. So Mr. Headless Biker, please come and collect this mannequin's head. Please set the EMF off, set one of the balls off, or speak into the digicorder. Just have at it. Just make yourself known. Ride your bike through here if you want to. Come collect it. It's going to like middle.
Yeah, it's hit max.
Did it? Yeah, I looked away for a second. Okay, so if you're here with us, if you like my present for you, set the EMF off if you think this is quite a nice present for you. Middle. What's that?
Something made a noise.
If there's something there, there's a spirit there, make yourself known. No? The EMF's gone, dead. Like it started going off when we started speaking, and that. Oh, you back? Maybe his bike doesn't have brakes, so he can't stop for long.
He just had to turn around and go past again.
He had to turn around and come by.
After experiencing very little activity in the first area, the team relocates to a different section of the forest. Here, the host references local stories about a so-called headless biker, a figure reportedly seen along nearby roads in the past. A mannequin head is placed as a symbolic prop, continuing the playful theme. While the host speaks, the EMF reader activates intermittently before settling again. At the same time, distant woodland noises are heard, though nothing visual is captured. The EMF responses appear brief and inconsistent, suggesting passing environmental changes rather than sustained interaction.
It was really freaking me out, but it fucked me up. It was when we found the pond again and the tape. Suddenly, where are we? We're lost.
Things started getting really,
Mazy.
Like, I mean,
I didn't like that. That made me really like.
So, there's also a lot of towels.
While moving through the forest, the team realizes they have looped back toward a pond area they encountered earlier. The recognition of the location, combined with the darkness and quiet surroundings, noticeably shifts the mood. Although no equipment reacts at this point, the atmosphere feels heavier, and the group becomes more cautious in their movements.
Reports of Victorian kids roaming about. So I figured, what way can we make this a bit more fun for the kids, the spirits that are still here? What about if we give them some yo-yos? What little kid doesn't love yo-yos? So if I give them 4 yo-yos to share, to play with, to go around and enjoy, and let's see how they get on. Any spirits here that like yo-yos, please come, set the EMF off, touch the sensory balls, or you know what, start doing yo-yo tricks, walk the dog, you know? I don't think they'd be able to do that, but you never know. Might be a yo-yo pro here. So set the EMF reader off if you're here with me now. touch this little ball right there, set it off. If you just give it a little touch. If you don't set the EMF off, I'm taking me yo-yos back with me. You'll have nothing to play with. How'd you like them apples?
So what do you think the best things to do is? To be nice to the spirit? Nice contacting or bad contacting?
Well, I think being nice and just treating them like humans.
So not like you then?
No, but they're dead.
Nothing.
Based on older reports of children being seen or heard in the forest in past decades, the host places small yo-yos on the ground as symbolic gifts. Motion-sensitive devices and the EMF reader are positioned nearby. Despite encouragement and humor, no clear interaction occurs. Equipment remains largely inactive, reinforcing the sense that the forest is quiet and observant rather than responsive.
Down behind me, I don't know if you can see, there's a little pond. So for this final present, did you hear that, Liz?
Do what?
I thought I heard that something over there. Doesn't matter. So there was a girl that drowned here once, and for her present, I figured, why not give her a little teddy bear in honor of her. Something she can play with. She's probably never had a toy since she's passed away. She's probably been here on her own. How boring is that? So we're giving her.
Why do you sound like you're giving to charity?
It is charity.
So we're going to do something really nice right now.
So, little girl, I don't know your name. I couldn't find your name anywhere. Please set the EMF off, set the spirit ball off, or even, I mean, the bear makes a noise. Set the bear off. Just let your presence be known. We wish you no harm. Please set the EMF off if you are here with us.
It's gone off.
Set the, are you here with me right now? Do you want this? Come and get it. Come and get it. Little ghost girl. A little ghost girl. Take it. You can have it. I'm not gonna take it. I don't need it.
Near the pond, the host addresses folklore surrounding a young girl said to have drowned there many years ago. A teddy bear is placed respectfully as a symbolic offering, and the team invites any presence to interact with the equipment if it wishes. The bear emits occasional sounds, consistent with its built-in features, but no sustained or unexplained activity follows. Despite multiple attempts, there are no visible changes in the environment or equipment. With the experiment complete, the team reflects on the night. While there were brief EMF activations and moments of heightened atmosphere, the investigation remains calm and controlled throughout. No definitive conclusions are drawn. Instead, the forest is described as a place rich in history and folklore, one that may not always respond or may simply exist beyond easy interpretation. The video ends on a thoughtful note, acknowledging that not every investigation leads to clear answers, and that sometimes the experience itself is the result. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.